So as I've gone into my journey as independent comic slash manga creator, I've been teaching myself how to draw and write. I've also been learning how to market myself and the comics that I make. I started an Instagram page, I created my own website, and recently I started this YouTube channel to promote my comics and make videos about topics that I personally find interesting, and hopefully you find interesting as well. During this time, I found a lot of different and talented artists in the world of the indie comics and manga space, some through Instagram, Facebook, and here on YouTube. I've watched some people come and go in my short time as an artist. I've learned so much about what it really takes to draw and write your own comics. I have done weekly comic strips for Instagram. I've made a action-packed one-shot and worked on my ongoing comic series BAM, The Last Year on Earth, which I dropped a chapter every single month in 2023. I also just finished my horror one-shot, link in the bio, go check that out. Also, I'm planning to do a Spider-Man fan comic in the next month or so. It should be coming out this summer. I've worked and accomplished many different artistic and personal goals of mine as a creator. Now, as I enter my third year as a creator, I have found myself drawn to people and artists who I want to mirror myself after. Not artistically wise per se, but more in their work ethic, their skills, and overall commitment to the craft. Today, I want to talk about and look at some really great comic slash manga artists I found here on YouTube who have actually done what they said they were going to do, who have actually managed to create their manga or comic, and not just that, but managed to make it at the highest level and have actually stayed consistent in dropping their works. And also, some of them have actually been published through mainstream publishers or through their own publishing companies. I'm going to talk about 3 artists who went from YouTubers to pro mangaka. So first, let's talk about the newest emerging popular manga artist, DD Mark. DD Mark is someone who I found on YouTube a few years back. He makes tutorial videos, how to draw in this mangaka style videos, and some inspirational videos as well. During his short stint on YouTube, he's amassed 50k plus subscribers, and this last year he dropped a viral web manga, Ruthless Render, on Manga Plus, which is a battle shonen horror type manga about a high school kid named Castell, who is a hitman type person for loan sharks. He gets killed and resurrected as a monster type character. It's like a Chainsaw Man slash Dandara manga. The artwork is amazing. DD Mark definitely wears his influences on his sleeves with the story, but it's not in a corny or horrible way. It's more in a like homage type way. Like you could tell he reads Dandara, you could tell he reads Chainsaw Man, but it doesn't come off as like a one for one. Like as the chapters go on, as they're about like 11 chapters out, as the chapters go on, you can see that the story kind of comes into its own, which most battle shonen manga that are out right now kind of wear their influences on their back and take from their predecessors and such. So I don't really hold that too much against him. I mean, me personally, you know, he does get a lot of criticism for his storytelling and for his like influences that he bears on his storytelling, but for me, I don't see it as a bad thing. Ruthless Render has millions of hits on the Manga Plus app. He is definitely the most popular creator on the Manga Plus app. He also inked a deal with Dark Horse to help distribute physical copies of Ruthless Render, which I find is pretty dope. The second person on this list is probably the most popular and low-key a YouTube how to draw legend. I'm talking about the one only White Manga. If you ever find yourself wanting to learn how to draw anything manga or comic book related, you've definitely run across bro's channel. He's been on YouTube posting how to draw content for a very long time, probably one of the first how to draw this, how to draw that person on YouTube. He has over 500,000 subscribers and hundreds of millions of views on his channel. He has his series Apple Black, which he published late in 2022 through Saturday AM's partnership with Rockport and Quattro Publishing. His book is all over the place. I've seen his books in Walmarts, Targets, Barnes and Nobles, random comic book shops, random thrift shops. I've seen Apple Black all over the place. It's actually kind of baffling that I see it in so many different random places. It's actually pretty inspiring, if I say so myself. He has 4 volumes of this series out in circulation right now, which is amazing as hell. Apple Black itself reminds you of an early 2000s battle shonen manga. White Manga's artwork is amazing, of course. It's really cool to finally see his series get to the place it is right now, because he's been working on and promoting Apple Black for a long while now. I mean, he's been promoting in it since like he first started his channel. Really, I think he did a few Kickstarters for the initial drops of Apple Black, but he remastered this series and put it out through the Rockport imprint in 2022. So it's been a long journey for him as far as making his manga and publishing it and mass producing it to the public that it is now. And I just can't wait to see where he goes next in his journey with the series. The last person I'm going to talk about on this list is Coterie Inc., who isn't the most popular on YouTube or active, honestly, but that's where I discovered him. He is the most popular when it comes to Instagram. He has over 500,000 followers on the gram, which is the most followers I've seen from any comic book or manga artist on the app, and I can see why. His artwork and style is immaculate. He could easily go work for Marvel DC if he chose to, but instead he's sticking to his indie routes for now with this series Kings of Nowhere, which is an interesting series that is about a world of humans and anamorphic people. The anamorphic people were once humans, but I guess when put under certain stressful situations, they unlock this animal form. I think I'm not too sure about the story yet. It's still iffy for me because there's only 2 volumes out right now, and both books are practically separate stories in the same world. There's some world building that needs to be done in the later volumes of the series is all I'm going to say when it comes to writing of this book. There's a kind of a lot going on. The first volume is about a kid named Billy and his abusive father and him dealing with like bullies and stuff like that, and he turns into like a chimpanzee and gets revenge on all the people who kind of fuck with him in the first volume, which I actually really like. The first volume. The second volume is about this kid Dante who lives with his grandpa, and they work at an auto shop and they're getting extorted by the local gang. And there's this character named Bass who's another monkey primate type character who pretty much helps Dante and his grandpa defend against the gang. And like I said, it's 2 separate stories in the same world, and apparently it's supposed to connect in the 3rd volume. I don't know how. 3rd volume isn't out yet, so I'm just waiting for the 3rd volume to come out to see what's going to happen after that. The first volume is fully colored, which is super sweet. His style with the colors is really amazing. It's really like a nice pastel light hue style with the first volume. The second volume is more of it in a manga type style, which is more gray tones and shadings and blacks. Both volumes are still works of masterful art. I cannot wait till the next volume comes out. The second volume is also being distributed through Dark Horse. Coterie Inc. initially released the second volume through Kickstarter, which made over 80K, which is awesome. So I just can't wait to see where he goes from there. All 3 of these creators have inspired me, among others like the comic booker, Young Wave the artist, and so many other more artists that I found on YouTube who use this platform to help promote their work and document their journeys in the comic and manga creator space. That's the reason I started this channel, to make these videos that I do. Granted, I don't think I'll ever do how to draw videos, how to do this, how to do that videos, because I just don't feel like that's my forte. I don't feel like my artwork or my skill level is to the point where I can comfortably teach others how to do it. I think I'll just stick to my random analysis about manga, comic books, Hollywood, and stuff like that, because that's just something I find particularly interesting and something that I feel like I can relate to y'all, especially with my thought process and random stuff like that. Hopefully making these videos not only bring you to checking out my books, but also give you some sort of entertainment value and that little relief and break through the long strenuous day of whatever you got going on. I appreciate you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Also go check out some of those guys that I mentioned in this video: White Manga, DD Mark, Coterie Inc., some other guys. There's a lot of great creators out there. You guys should go check them out. It's a really nice and beautiful field of indie comic and manga creators. I just gotta go check them out. Appreciate you guys. Peace.